Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fragrance review from Scents of South Jersey. Again, I'm Kellen, and today I want to plug in another fresh barbershop fragrance that I'm a fan of. And this one is a little bit of a lesser known one, which kind of attracted me to it. And I've always kind of liked to have different fragrances that smell different, that are not as, mainstream. So this is one that I think within the Fougere category or barbershop category, not as many people see. And I'm kind of basing that off of just my research. I haven't really seen it around, not too many reviews online, a few on Fragrantica, very few reviews on YouTube. I think I saw one by a guy who had a bunch of barbershop reviews, barbershop colognes in one review actually, and this was one of them. And this one is called Agua, Colonia, Concentrada, Barberia by Alvarez Gomez. So we'll take a look at the presentation of the box. Box is pretty cool. I picked this one up recently. It's out of Madrid, so this is a Spanish barbershop. Usually the ones that I review are either classic American, ones that I would think of classic American, even if the cologne or fragrance designer is not from America, or they're Italian. So this one is from Spain, which I think is pretty cool. So look at the front. You got the title right here, Agua de Colonia Concentrada Barberia, and you've got the logo again, the symbol for Alvarez Gomez kind of just behind the wording on the box, and it is a concentration eau de cologne. It says it right there. You got the coat of arms for Alvarez Gomez in Madrid. On the sides, you got just again, it's like the wraparound logo for Barberia on that side as well too. On the top, yellow top, kind of yellowish orange top with the Alvarez Gomez coat of arms. On the bottom, you've got some of the company information, serial number, and you got the size of the bottle. It's actually 150 ml, so it's not a small bottle, and it's a little bit more, so it's 5 ounces, so you get more than the average. And it is made in Spain, and you can get this one either online or at a store that may sell it. This is a kind of branch off or flanker, if you would, of the original Alvarez Gomez Agua de Colonia, which is more of an orange scent. So I kind of compare this one to Acqua di Parma, and Acqua di Parma's main note is citrus lemon, where this one takes a bitter orange. And Agua de Colonia does that as well too. On the back, you got again the logo and some information about the fragrance here, and that's all in Spanish. And then you've got here as well too in English the translation. And then again the coat of arms and Alvarez Gomez at the bottom too. So presentation's pretty cool. When I opened this up, it's a funny thing. It had this cap on it. It has a little compartment in there for this cap. And this cap was on the bottle. And this cap, pretty cool, it has the coat of arms on the top. Metal cap, you know what I mean? So it's nice. And it had a sprayer that you're supposed to put in the bottle. So I actually took the bottle out of the box for this video because I didn't want to take this out and have all the cologne drip all over the place. So maybe you can utilize it as a splash, or if you prefer to utilize it as a spray. Looking at the bottle's presentation, nice heavy bottle. It's a very heavy bottle. Alvarez Gomez, etched in the glass there. You can see it comes up so you can feel it, and it's on either side, and it says Madrid Alvarez Gomez there too. On the front, Agua de Colonia Concentrada Barberia, and the front again an eau de cologne strength by Alvarez Gomez, another coat of arms, and on the back some other company information. Pretty much the same thing. Pretty simple design. The top is a kind of copper looking sprayer. The distribution on this is pretty good. We'll take a look here. Yeah, you get a big burst of that. So let me spray some on my hand. I'll let that simmer out here too. So let's talk about some of the notes. I actually can't put this back on for this fragrance. Top note, you're going to get lemon, but what this one does differently than, say, Acqua di Parma is you get the bitter orange. And that's what I think, and you can smell that right away. You definitely get I get a leather feeling in this as well too. Bergamot and ginger. Upon the opening spray of this fragrance, it reminds me a lot of Acqua di Parma's Colonia Intensa. And that's where I was a little bit, I guess, maybe disappointed with this one in the terms of the fact that it's not as unique as I thought it might be. And a lot of these Fougere fragrances, a lot of these barbershop fragrances, they kind of crisscross in similar notes, so they may sound similar. But as this one goes on, it really starts to come into its own, which I thought was what saved it for me. And that's why I still really like it, and I'm glad that I have it in my collection, because the bitter orange starts to come out, and you really get a different vibe. At first, it's virtually identical, I thought, to Acqua di Parma's Colonia Intensa, which is a great fragrance. You get that leather vibe, and it's starting to come in, but then the orange starts to kick in, and that's all I smell, which I think is really cool, and that's what sets Agua di Colonia by Alvarez Gomez, apart from maybe the Italian designer cologne, or excuse me, niche designer fragrances. So I really like this one. The mid notes are rhubarb, labdanum, and coriander, and the base is cedar and sandalwood, again, which you get a lot of, which I really like. I still get a leather in there. It didn't say leather, but I feel like I get that scent. Maybe that's the similarities between this and Acqua di Parma, Colonia Intensa, and then a white musk. This one smells really good. It's very fresh. Definitely a great cologne for work. Or maybe a daytime scent. Again, maybe in the warmer season, I wouldn't really necessarily wear this out too much in the colder months. When I think of barbershop, I think of fresh. I just think a nice day, fresh. Anything fresh to me, I always think of maybe in spring or the summertime. But again, you could probably wear it any time of the year. Doesn't really matter. I don't really put too much of a seasonal label on fragrances. There's only some that it's definitely better to do that with. But this one, I think you get away with it. I really like it too now that I've let it dry down, and you can really get a lot of the ginger in there as well too, which I think smells just amazing. And I really like the bitter orange. That definitely saves it for me too. And it definitely has that Barber vibe. Even the presentation alone on this one, you got the gold and the brown here, and that just makes me think of a barber chair. The leather, it's definitely fresh and more European style barbershop. Definitely, I could see that in Spain. The orange note again really makes it stand out. Performance is pretty decent. Again, it's an Eau de Cologne strength. Acqua di Parma's performance, it's my favorite cologne in the world. The original Colonia is the best one ever, hands down, in my opinion. Again. And same with my dad's, and I think that him and I have a lot of the same taste when it comes to fragrance. But those styles, which this falls into that category, performance, unfortunately, you're only going to get 4 to 5 hours because it's an Eau de Cologne strength. Some people say differently. For me, that's about what it is, which isn't bad. For a cologne strength, that's not bad at all. This one is pretty cool. It even says Barber on the bottle, too. So when I think of barbershop, this definitely falls into it. The bitter orange comes into its own, and that, to me, that's the note that saves the fragrance a lot, too. Got this one online. Retails for about $50 to $60, so it's not cheap, but it's not super expensive at all. So if you're into fragrances, this is definitely one that you want to have in your collection. And the performance is good enough to where if you feel like you need to reapply, go ahead and reapply. Bring it with you. I've oftentimes brought cologne bottles to work so I could put it on again. But this one is really cool. It's my first of the Alvarez Gomez, since I've only smelled the Agua di Colonia, the original. I don't own it, but you can get that. And what's nice about them is they carry every type of accessory to match the scent. With this one, there's a couple things. I only bought one because I saw a good deal on it. I ended up picking up the shampoo, which I thought was cool. Anytime I can shower and feel fresh, this is a great cologne for right after the shower too, and it'll definitely stick to you. After the shower, your pores tend to kind of catch and hold on to the fragrance a lot longer than if it were to be, on dry skin. So I think that this one, again, sillage would probably be decent. Maybe after that 4 to 5 hour mark, it might sit closer to your skin. But if you can layer it with anything, I think that's always a good choice. This is an awesome fragrance, awesome barbershop fragrance. I really enjoy it. And again, it's that bitter orange that really sticks out. If you have any experience with this particular fragrance or any other barbershop one that you know of, maybe I didn't mention in my previous videos, or one that you'd like me to review, please post a comment, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, guys. Again, this has been a review of Agua di Colonia, Concentrada Barberia by Alvarez Gomez, and I'm Kellen with Sense of South Jersey. Thanks so much.